Good morning and welcome to Sade Adventures. My name is Carolina, and I am here to tell you a little bit more about our private luxury Inca Trail, the really spectacular way to reach Machu Picchu without roughing it as much as one would think on this beautiful 4-day journey. So let me show you what this luxury itinerary would look like. I'm going to share my screen and you will have access to the itinerary that I sent you to your email as well. So this trip can happen any day of the year because the Inca Trail will be done privately. Now, we want to choose a month that the weather is good for hiking, for being outdoors. So I would say anytime between late April to early November would be peak time to be outdoors and hiking. Of course, the best months would be June, July, and August. Those are dry winter months. It's the coldest time of the year, but it is also the least chance of rain. And of course, the wettest parts of the year are December, January, and February. February is actually so wet that the Inca Trail is closed for maintenance. So we can choose any dates, but keep that in mind that I will help you make sure that the weather is good on the dates that you choose. So I have just put October on here. I have hiked myself in October many times in Peru, and it was always spectacular. Not a lot of crowds in the cities because the summer crowds are gone, but the weather is still crisp and beautiful. So I suggest this kind of shoulder season if you want to travel this year for sure. Any date that you choose, I will check to see if the permits are available. There's only 500 people available to be entering the trail, which sounds like a lot, 500 people, but you have to think about every porter, every chef, every guide, all of the people that step onto the trail need a permit. So it goes very quickly. So day one, you will arrive in Lima. So you need to get to Peru. So you're going to arrive in Lima. My team will pick you up, private car to your hotel. I always choose the Miraflores area because I love for you to have the opportunity to have a view, go outside, be able to walk around. It's right on the ocean. There's a huge kind of energy here for shopping and being outside, and there's parks and there's live music. So it's a very lively part. This hotel is chosen because it has a great rooftop, a wonderful place to relax in the afternoons. So I usually have my clients stay at the Iberostar because it checks everything we need. And then on October 18th, my team will come back and pick you up and show you the best of Lima. And the way we do that, we show you all the highlights, but we also do tasting tours. So you're going to have lunch at the ruins and you're going to try ceviche and you're going to enjoy all sorts of culinary delights because Peru is known for the best food in the world. That evening, if you'd like, we can make you a reservation for one of the restaurants in Lima. I suggest El Central because it just won the title of #1 restaurant in the world. So if the date is available, we will snag a table for you and make sure that you enjoy that as part of your experience. And now we're off to the Inca Citadel, triangle of Cusco, Sacred Valley, Machu Picchu. Arriving in Cusco by flight, it's about an hour. And right away, I'm going to take you to Sacred Valley because we need to acclimate properly, especially because you're going to be hiking. We want to spend 48 hours somewhere a little bit lower. So Sacred Valley is 2,000 feet lower than Cusco. It really helps being here. And of course, I will show you the best of Sacred Valley as well. So on that arrival day, we're going to do things that don't require a lot of strenuous activity. We're going to go to the Inca laboratories, the salt farms. We're going to have a beautiful farm-to-table meal at Iscay, which is like a restaurant that's only open by reservation, and it's fantastic local cuisine created by a local community. You'll stay at the Inca Terra Hacienda Urubamba. This is one of my favorite properties. Inca Terra is a Peruvian chain, has about 5 properties throughout the country, and all of it is a dream. You wake up and you know you're in Peru. The colors and the service and the food are all fantastic, and we will arrange dinners for you at the hotel as well. Which brings me to the part of on the itinerary, you see the little BLD. That stands for the meals that are included in the itinerary: breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So if you see those listed, they are already prepaid and included. And I never include something just cookie cutter meals. Everything that we choose for you is quite thought through. So either lunches are during your tour, so you're going to go to these interesting places, maybe have a Pachamanca ceremony, which will be on October 20th, which is an outdoor meal cooked in the ground. Or if we do include dinners at hotels, it's because we know that those hotels have fantastic restaurants and they will spoil you. So October 20th is our second day that we're going to be acclimating. So we're going to see some sites. Sacred Valley is a hub for markets, indigenous communities, it's mountains, it's valleys, it's rivers. We can go into kayaks, we can ride horses. So really we can tweak this day according to your interests. But of course, I have something on there just to show you what's possible, because the most famous place is Ollantaytambo, which is like a village that has ruins and a fortress, and it's great for being outside. And Pisac is the largest indigenous market, so a lot of people would like to see that as well. So we kind of show you a little bit of everything, and the Pachamanca dinner lunch will be provided for you today, which is a really unforgettable experience with an indigenous community in the Sacred Valley. Now, day 5, we have now been in Sacred Valley for 2 days. We are ready to start hiking. So the Inca Trail is done many ways. We sometimes do it in a group. We sometimes do it a private hike with your guide. And on this particular option, we have our luxury experience. So what makes it a different experience? There's a lot more details and people involved in your hike. So you will have a beautiful bedroom set up in your tent. You will have a bathroom tent set up. You will have a massage tent set up. All your meals are done by a chef that will come along and cook spectacular gourmet meals that you will have al fresco or in your dining tent that's set up. And of course, the experience is private for the 2 of you or 4 of you or whoever else is coming with you on this hike. Of course, you will have a licensed professional, passionate guide that will be leading you on this adventure, because regardless how luxurious it is, the accommodations, the meals, and the services, it is still the Inca Trail. You are still going to be hiking. You're still going to be awed by the beauty of the Sacred Valley. And we want to make sure that you're well cared for. We have a 24-hour medic. We have oxygen tanks with us. We have everything and anything that you need to make sure the trip is a success. So I put all the details on here. You can read through it, the type of tents, the type of sleeping bags and bedroom sheets, everything you need is on here. It's quite a wonderful way to experience something so classic as the Inca Trail. Just some photos along the way. The Inca Trail is quite beautiful because not only will you be visiting less known ruins, but you will see local communities and just life in the Andes. And it's really a great introduction to the Sacred Valley and to the life here that otherwise would not be glimpsed at because you would be on the train. Of course, if you don't want to hike, I want to say this, if you don't want to camp, the way to Machu Picchu that we can substitute all of this hiking for is a luxury train. Or if you have a hankering for a hike, but you don't want to sleep in a tent, we have a 1-day Inca Trail as well. And that would be the last day of this hike you would do on foot. So instead of hiking for 3 days, you'd hike only for about 6 hours. So let me know your thoughts, because there's so many options. I have been offering Peru for the last 17 years. I've been there many times myself. I've brought multiple generations of my family, so I know what it's like to make sure and be able to please everybody. And of course, I've sent thousands and thousands of clients to Peru to explore the beauty that the Sacred Valley is. So on day 7, you will finally reach Machu Picchu. And like the Incas, you will walk in on foot instead of on a train or a bus. So it's a really special moment. You're going to have a tour there. And then you're going to go back to the valley or to the village at the bottom of the mountain. So you see these are the ruins. And then down the bottom of the mountain will be the village, and their hotels are there. And you will stay at a gorgeous hotel called Inca Terra Machu Picchu Pueblo. That is where you will spend the night after hiking. It's such a splurge, such a beautiful property. You will feel so spoiled here. Acres of land and gardens, and they all have all kinds of activities on the property as well. And then on day 9, we will rise and we will go back to Machu Picchu so that we can see sunrise and really experience the different colors and the different lights of the morning that you don't get to see in the afternoon, and also way less people up there in the morning. So it's very special. And we can hike Huayna Picchu or Huchu Picchu or one of the other peaks there. Let me go back to that photo here. Right here, you will see this is Huayna Picchu. Behind there is a little mountain called Uchu Picchu. And the mountain here that we're standing from is Machu Picchu Mountain, or the one behind us. So many peaks. We can discuss which ones you want to hike. All of that is there for you. And then we take a gorgeous train, the Hiram Bingham. It's a luxury experience dinner train back to Cusco. It's about a 3-hour ride. Dinner served on board. We pick you up from the train station and take you to Cusco. In Cusco, I chose the JW Marriott for you. It's a new property. It opened probably 3 years ago, and they have a really wonderful story because it's an old convent that was done into a or monastery, I'm sorry, into a hotel. But every time they dug, they found new Inca pieces of the wall or some artifacts. And so it took them 7 years to open a hotel because the archaeologists would swarm the place. So now it is this really beautiful historic property. Even though it's a Marriott and a chain, it does not feel like it. It really pulled the soul of Cusco into the hotel. So I really recommend it. I stayed here just not too long ago myself, and highly recommended. They have a full-on gallery and tours done by the monks at night throughout the artifacts that they found. So really great experience. And then October 26th, sleep in, because you've been rising every morning really early. And in the afternoon, our guide will come and show you the best of Cusco, which is a great cobblestone city. And I want you to stay here for 3 nights. The first day that you arrive, the second day that you're going to sleep in and do some touring. And the third day, this is up to you if you want to go see Rainbow Mountain, which is the second most visited place in Peru. Really special, really interesting, really popular. So we have an option of Pocoyo and Rainbow Mountain, which I can discuss with you on another time, or scratch the hike and enjoy Cusco on its own, because truly it is a really wonderful walking city. And by this time you're acclimated and you want to have some time maybe for enjoying the cuisine and shopping. And then on day 12, we will board another train. It's called the Andean Explorer, and it goes to Lake Titicaca. And this train is about 9 hours, which kind of scares a lot of people, but it is a luxury train. And it really is nice after waking up every morning and moving and hiking to be still, to be in one place, reflect on everything that you have done, because you have at this point hiked the Inca Trail. That's amazing. So everybody really enjoys this experience. It does stop one time. You get off, you go visit a local community, you do some shopping at their little market, and then go right back onto the train. There's a nice lunch served. There's live music. So you are definitely entertained. There's an outdoor cart, indoor cart. There's a bar, there's a restaurant. So there's plenty to do. You don't have to just sit in your seat, and you arrive in Lake Titicaca, which we love as an addition to Cusco and Machu Picchu, because Lake Titicaca is a living history type of place. The people have been here for hundreds of years, living the same way on floating islands, on Tequila Island, wonderful customs and really fun things that you'll discover. So we will visit all of this with our private guide and stay at the Lago Titicaca Hotel, which is right on the water with their own dock, very easy to navigate the lake from here. And then on day 14, we take you back to Lima and fly home. And that is 2 weeks in Peru, unless you want to add 3 more nights and go on to the Amazon jungle, which again, if you're interested in, let me know. I have a few lodges and Amazon cruises available, so we can always incorporate that into your trip. And that would make the trip 17 days long. So that is your trip to Peru with a luxury experience, fully private, and you can choose your own date. So let me know your thoughts. For 2023, the pricing is $94.99, about $1,000 more to add the Amazon, depending on the lodge we go with. And of course, 2024 is about 10% higher, but we are honoring 2020 3 rates for next year if we put a deposit down this month. So I am here to answer any questions. I'll stop sharing now. I'll send everything over to you, and I look forward to chatting. Happy travels.